Welcome back to the Hartleyvale A for this World Masters World Cup clash between the Netherlands and Germany. It is the top of the table clash, and we are expecting fantastic hockey from both these teams. Germany, top of the table, they've got 9 points with 3 victories over Wales, Argentina, and the Spirits of Masters South Africans, where the Netherlands, the Dutch, they've just played 2 games and won them both. So this could be the game that decides who will be topping the log and going through to that one-on-one place later on in the playoffs. But right now, it's the Dutch in their traditional royal blue with orange socks, and the Germans in their white. It is going to be a intriguing clash between these two European and world superpowers of hockey. The Netherlands and their patient build up through Sander Timmerman. Gives it to Roderick Tom van Dijk, who is not able to pick it up cleanly there. Van Dijk. The Dutch have played 2 games and already scored 13 goals. They put 7 past Wales and 6 past Argentina. Van Dijk picks it up, sends it into the midfield for Broewe. Broewe finds a bit of space in the middle, who gives it to Lex van Horsen. The Netherlands, they'll be patient all day. They'll try and lure the Germans out of defense, who've adopted a quite high press at the moment. Wouter Stevens on the ball. He's been a prolific goal scorer for the Dutch already. He's got 3 goals in the tournament. Intercepted by Germany, but back with the Dutch. And just a little bit of a push in the back by Andries de Groen. Andries shared the commentary with us a few games ago when the Netherlands played, and he's actually from Holland, and so he will know these boys very well. German captain Müller. Just losing it out there. There's Müller. Horst Müller. Back to Van Horsen, who gives it to Timmerman. Back to Broewe. Dutch playing the ball neatly around the back. They'll have a free hit. That's good interpassing by Dutch, just increasing the intensity, but there's a little foul. And it's Germany through Müller that will restart the game. Dutch pacing fairly high and forcing Müller to find Richter on the right-hand side. And just a small foul by Lex van Horsen on his German counterpart here. Just to say welcome to this clash. The overhead gets thrown and picked up by Roderick van der Graaf. The Netherlands trying to close down the spaces, but the ball does come into the circle. There's a circle entry, but it's cleared by Van Dijk. Germany come all the way back to Ralf Jörg. Gives it out to Richter. Blasts it straight into the Dutch defender. But it does come back eventually. There's a back stick, and it's a save. And then the rebound has just not been able to deflect it into goal. But that is the pace of international World Cup Masters hockey. One moment it looked like the Netherlands had everything under control. And suddenly Weitzer Engelsman was called into action. He made the save, and then the rebound just going astray. So Germany have the first chance of the superpower clash here at the World Masters Hockey Cup. The scores are still deadlocked at 0-0 as the overhead gets thrown. Had nobody able to pick it up. Somebody also to keep an eye on is Jorg Broever of the Dutch. He's got 3 goals already. Equally as Mark-Jan Kleijsen. He's also got 3 goals. So the Dutch with plenty of artillery up front. Mark-Jan Kleijsen, the skipper of the Dutch. First substitute coming on, Lex van Horsen comes back onto the pitch. Ball gets played in, there's a deflection, and that is the opening goal. What a moment for the Germans. Just a long ball played in, and suddenly Germany opened the scoring through Mikerlans Jablowski. It was the slightest of deflections, and it gave Engelsman no chance in the Dutch goal. We have an opener, 1-0 to Germany, and suddenly the Netherlands who now trailing the game. Ball gets played into the German circle now. Jablowski out of nowhere, the man with the headband. He's gets it, picks up the pass now again. Unable to maintain possession for Germany as the Dutch on the attack now. Quickly taken by Kruseman as the Dutch work their way into the circle. And that is a short corner for the Dutch. They forced it through Wouter Stevenson. And he's already shown his prowess from at short corner time. And the Dutch will be hoping that he is able to get another one, because it is the Dutch who are in desperate need of an equalizer here. So it's Stevens who goes to the right-hand side. Dutch have set up 2 castles, waiting for the injection. Comes out, shot comes in, goalkeeper makes the save, but it trickles over as Lutz Hansen not able to keep out the prolific Mark-Jan Kleijsen as he adds a 4th goal for the tournament. And the Dutch, such a class side they are. They never panicked, and they've got it. They're just looking to settle once again. Disappointed with himself that he wasn't able to link up with a teammate, but he showed good stick work to evade 2 defenders. Ball gets played in. There's an opportunity in the circle for Stevens. Another shot coming in. And it's the Dutch who have forced another short corner. The Oranje Army are in full flow now. The Dutch have suddenly found their rhythm here after conceding that early goal. And they were able to equalize from the short corner previously. Flick comes in. It's a good save by Hansen. Jörg Brevet, who's got 3 goals already, thought he might be in for his 4th. But Lutz Hansen, the German goalkeeper, he had other ideas. Shot comes in. My apologies, it's actually the reserve goalkeeper, Bjorn Zindler. He's in goal, number 22, and not the number 1. So my apologies on that. It's Bjorn Zindler who's made a couple of saves here to keep Germany in this contest. The Netherlands are trying to work their way through Martin Burgers, but he's dispossessed. And it's Holger Groening who goes on the run. He beats 2 defenders and he's really putting the Dutch on their backs here. And a fantastic run by the German midfielder. But unfortunately not able to link up with his teammates at the critical point. Holger Groening, whose pace just unlock the Dutch defense. And then at the critical moment was just not able to link up with a teammate. But that is the attacking prowess that Germany also possess. They showed the early intentions with a goal by Miekerlands Jablowski. As we are deadlocked here at 1-1. Finds acres of space in Richter on the right-hand side. Comes into the middle. A little bit of a push on Groening. The Dutch realizing what a danger he is after that earlier run. And Egbert Huizing just committing the foul. Just to slow down the German attack. Comes back to Jörg. And the umpire rules that there was a shove on one of the German players. And it is now Germany who will have the short corner. We've seen how dangerous and potent the Dutch can be at set-piece time. What do the Germans have up their sleeve? Germans have committed quite a few players forward. They've set up the castle with 2 options to the right and another 2 to the left. Push comes out. They evades Miller and they slip it towards the left-hand side, but not able to get the shot away. And the Netherlands can regroup as Miller will restart from the 23-yard line. Comes back to Jörg. He plays it in. There's another deflection. That was exactly the way Germany opened the scoring earlier. But on this occasion, the second deflection just wasn't there. And the Dutch can breathe a sigh of relief with Christian Kosling just not able to get the touch. Intercepted once again by that man Groening, who has shown he's got lots of pace and energy. He links up with Kosling. He's got a couple of goals already in this tournament as well. And it's just a little bit too high being into the circle. But a frenetic start to this all-important top-of-the-table clash here in the over-45s World Masters Cup. Got to believe that the winner of this one will top this group and go forward to the 1-versus-1 playoff next week. Both teams have already dispatched of Wales and Argentina, with Germany sitting on top of the group with 9 points after 3 games. This is though the Dutch with 6 after 2, so they would, if they would join the Germans should they emerge victorious here. And it's intercepted by the Dutch, and there's a 2-on-2 with the high-lying striker Van Voorkom waiting, but just not able to link up. Van Voorkom had found himself, Martin Van Voorkom, and worked his way into space, but the pass just didn't come. Burger's on the ball now. He finds Van Voorkom on this occasion, who forces the short corner, and that is the potency of Van Voorkom. He managed to turn into the German defender, and the short corner was awarded. The Dutch just having a bit of a caucus. They managed to score the opening goal from a short corner, and they will have another opportunity now. Injection is clean. Shot comes in, and it's another good save there by Bjorn Zindler. It was an awkward height. He didn't know if he needed to go with his pads or his gloves, eventually using the big mitt to deny Jörg Brugge. And that is the hooter. The hooter that brings the end of an entertaining first chukka here between Germany and Netherlands. It's 1-1, and we'll see you in a short bit.
That waiting for the gun, the nerves are just too much, thinking about what is about to go down.
There goes the horn to start the race.
No, I think it's really amazing. And now the whole setup and people are dressed up.
We're giving something, I think, to the people that's just fantastic.
The support on the side of the road is second to none, and that gives you the extra oomph.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. The scenery is beyond what I could imagine. I seriously enjoyed it. I met so many wonderful people on the way.
Really enjoying Cape Town. People seem to really appreciate artwork here, which is really nice.
Come and visit Cape Town. We are waiting for you with open arms. We welcome you here. This will remain a city of hope and opportunity for everyone, not just in Cape Town, but around the country and the world.
And he takes the tape.
Cape.
We're back here at Heart of LA for the top-of-the-table clash between the Netherlands and Germany. Netherlands in their traditional royal blue and orange socks, while Germany are in all white. It is a goal from Mikeland Jablowski and also Mark-Jan Kluisen from the Netherlands that we have thus far. So we still nothing to be separated between these two teams, and I'm sure there won't be much going forward because they both possess lots of skill and lots of talent and they are here to entertain you at this World Masters Hockey World Cup. Germany very much playing on the counter, and with the Dutch dominating the territory and the possession. But they've shown that once they do get into their business area, they only need 1 or 2 chances and they'll put it away. Gleisen, the goal scorer on the ball now. He turns it over though. It's with the dangerous Groening. Gives it to the goal scorer, Jabolowski. Throws it over it, comfortably picked up by the Dutch. Push forward, Groening. Once again, he seems to be the playmaker for Germany. Holger Groening. Muller Gotts on the ball. That is a delightful ball thrown into the circle. That's just not picked up by Jens Willers. Because otherwise the Dutch could have been in real trouble. But the vision of Muller to pick him up was impeccable. Strong defense by Germany, by Müller, but it's, they've conceded a short corner. The Germans not happy about that at all, that decision. But they will head into the box with the Dutch once again on the attack. And it could either be Gleisen or Bruver who step up for this shot. The Dutch artillery, they've lined up for the short corner. The injection is good. Gleisen has the shot. The goalkeeper makes the save. But Bjorn Zindler just getting the ball caught up underneath him. And he'll have to be on his toes once again. Because Mark-Jan Gleisen, he's eyeing that backboard. And a second goal for himself and the Netherlands. Push is good. Comes back to Gleisen, who has another stroke. But the first wave of Groening manages to deny the Dutch, who will have a third opportunity. Thus far, the Dutch have gone the direct route through Gleisen. Will they have a variation in store? No, they don't. They go with Gleisen again, but it's just above the board, and the Germans can breathe a sigh of relief. And but the Dutch, they're starting to tighten the screws here. 3 successive short corners that the Germans had to defend, and it's Groening on the ball now. He'd much prefer having the ball on further up the field. Just got to do the work. Miller, the German captain, on the ball. They been pinned in their own 23 for a long while, and it's Gleisen for the attack. It's a circle entry. And that should be a free in favor of Germany. Much to the surprise of everyone here. If the sounds you're hearing in the background, that's the South Africans Masters. They've arrived. And the Vuvuzelas The sound of the 2010 FIFA World Cup, Soccer World Cup. That is the official sound, and the South Africans just bringing a bit of Rainbow Nation feeling here. They know that it's possibly one of these two teams that they might face in the playoffs later on, and they've come to watch and see what's in store for them, because these two teams have really put on a show thus far. It's 1-1 in the second chukker. That's it's not on the same wavelength. There is Burgers and Gleisen. Germans will be looking to just get their links into play a little bit more. They've been forced to go aerial on occasion. So they spread it around to Richter. Jan-Philip Richter, who gives it straight back to Van Voorkom. But the Germans have managed to slow it down and are able to get a few white shirts back in defense. As you see, the not cleanly done by the Groening, but nonetheless stopped. As Gosling tries to break free for Germany. Richter gives it back to Rieck. Comfortably dealt with by the Netherlands, and who now look to break away through Van Voorkom. Slow down a bit though, allowing the Germans just to regroup. Still German ball. The umpire's wave play on. Spins out of trouble there. And Germany do get the free hit. Ralph de Jurk on the ball again. Gives it to Michael Kossel. Back to Rieck. Germany just trying to build, but that's when the energy comes through Groening. He's got the pace, he's got the skill, and he throws it into the circle. But Jablowski not able to gather the ball on this occasion. It was his deflection that gave Germany the early lead before Netherlands equalized through Mark-Jan Gleisen. Tom van Dijk on the ball. The Netherlands just getting a little bit frustrated that they're not able to string those passes together that they're so famous for. But they do have the ability in a blink of an eye to go from defense to attack. So the Germans will always be on alert. Muller on the ball. Start to Richter. Back to Jurk. Back to the skipper, Muller. A nice little deflection there for Germany, just trying to speed up the game. But the attacker was just not on the same page. Bit of space for Netherlands, but it's quickly closed down by the Germans. And Miller looking for Jablowski and Gosling up front. Wouter Stevens sends it back towards center half. Timmerman. Gives it to Van der Graaf. Back to Van Horsen, who doesn't quite link up with his captain, Mark-Jan Kluisen. Both teams are getting frustrated in terms of not being able to string together passes, but that just shows the ferocity of the defense. Both teams occupying zonal and man marking within the midfield. And still Germany being forced to play the long balls here by their captain, Hortzmuller. Tom van Dijk plays it out to the right-hand side. He links up with the captain, Mark-Jan Kluisen, but who's dispossessed. And Jens Will is on the ball for Germany. Plays it all the way back to Riek, and Germany have to restart from inside their D. They do through Richter. Lots of communication from Groening, wanting his teammates to work with him. But they've got to defend again as Lex van Horsen gets it out wide to the Germans on defense, needing to be strong here as the Dutch looking to find a circle entry, but it's the Germans who come away with the ball through Kosling. The center forward working hard at the back, and that's what Germany's been forced to do to get numbers behind the ball as the overhead comes immediately. Looking for Michael Bom. He played left half in the previous games, but seems to be running up front for Germany in this contest. We will have a long corner. That should restart from the back. Germany playing very deep, not utilizing the press, allowing the Dutch to come at them. Picked up by Jablowski. He finds Kosling. An intercept there and that is another push by the Dutch on the Germans, and the umpire rules will have a short corner. Germany's just waiting for their skipper Muller Gotts before they line up for the short corner. The Dutch seem to they ready in defense. Umpire just asking them, the Germans, to speed it up. Pass will set up, comes in. Muller Gotts has a go, and it is a fantastic save by the Dutch reserve keeper. They've swapped the keepers around. It's no longer Weitzer Engelsman in goal, but instead it's Jan Wagemans. And he makes the save of the Muller Gots short corner. "90 seconds remaining here in this second half. Just cleared by the Dutch, but not to a teammate. And Michael Kossel will restart for Germany as the Evans open as it's played into the circle, but there's no deflection. The drizzles has begun drizzling here in Cape Town. It was spitting earlier, but it is coming down a little bit heavier now at Hartley Vale. Just 25 seconds remaining before the halftime hooter. Both teams will go in and just reassess the options. For it remains deadlocked at 1-1. And neither team creating any clear-cut chances. Both teams have had short corners, but not able to get behind the defense of either side since those opening goals. And that is the hooter for halftime. It's 1-1 here in the top of the table clash at the World Hockey Masters Cup.
At thehockeysite.com, it's about what happens in the locker room, thinking about the game. It's about planning and preparation, and about training and improving those skills, looking at it from different angles. But of course, it's also about teaching them to score and win. Thehockeysite.com. Share the knowledge.
Welcome back to the World Masters Hockey Cup. It's the top of the table clash here between the Netherlands and Germany. The Germans have played 3 games already, and they sit pretty with 9 points. The Germans have only had 2, but they've won them convincingly, 7-1 and 6-1. So they have got 6 points. But here at Hartleyvale A at least, the teams are deadlocked at 1-1 and are sharing the spoils. And I'm sure the coaches, Patrick van Donwitz, the German coach, he'd would have had stern words with his team about how they are going to seize the advantage in this clash with their traditional rivals, European rivals, the Netherlands. Netherlands are applying some early pressure there. And they have a 3-on-1 here, 3v1. Only the captain, Gertz Müller. And he manages to just keep the Dutch at bay. But that was a 3v1 situation and could easily have been a promising start for the Dutch. Dutch working their way down the left-hand side. This game is absolutely crucial in the context of the tournament, as the winner will most likely be the team that finishes on top. Although they do have games in hand, but this is it's a potential semi-final here that we have at Hartleyvale. At least a virtual semi-final. As Müller is dispossessed, the captain, and the Dutch are really on the attack now. They're into the circle and possibly just delaying the shot, but able to force a short corner. And it's Andries Goos who has a chat with his Dutch compatriots. And just wondering there to the umpire, why have you awarded the short corner? Thought he could have possibly got the shot away, Wouter Stevens. But instead, the Dutch who will have the short corner. Injection's good. Comes back. The shot saved. And there's a scramble. But it has been taken to safety thanks to the work of Bjorn Zendler in the German goal. Wouter Stevens on the attack. Gives it back to Gleisen. And it's intercepted by Kosling, who goes on a lone run against the German defense. Still on his stick is Kosling. And that is brilliant work by Kosling. He was man alone. He worked his way all the way down the touchline, and he's managed to get the short corner and have a Dutch player sent to the bin for 2 minutes. Kosling really battling away. He's a real old school center forward. And worked his way all the way up the touchline from the halfway line. And managed to force the short corner. And there is a 2-minute thin bin for the Dutch defender. Germany have been quite predictable with Muller taking the shot, and he does it again. And somehow on this occasion, it deflects off a Dutch ankle and into the goals. So they might be, the Dutch might have known what was coming, but they weren't able to stop it. And it is the Germans through their skipper, Gots Muller, who has the second goal as Germany lead by 2-1. And now we weren't expecting plenty of action. You definitely can now, because the Dutch, they won't sit back. They'll want to hit back. But it's the Germans, though, who have been spurred on. And it's that man, Kleis, again. And that seemed to be going for the top right-hand corner. But Jabolowski, his own teammate, tried to deflect it and might have actually saved the goal for the Netherlands. But keep your eye on Kosling. Christian Kosling, he's a real live wire for Germany up front. And was possibly denied a goal by his own teammate, Mikael Hans Jabolowski, who scored the Germans' first goal. And it's end-to-end stuff here as Germany press. The Germans definitely have a spring in their step after that second goal from the skipper, Muller. What's Muller? Germany with a chance in the circle. But it's comfortably dealt by Engelsman. Groening there to Ruyk. Plays it inside, and there's no deflection, but the Germans have suddenly warmed up here in the second half, and they are the ones who now are dominating proceedings and really keeping the Netherlands under pressure. The Dutch on the attack. Broken down though in the midfield. Good passing by the Dutch as they move the ball around the field. Trying to utilize that right channel. Picked up by Kruseman, who plays it across the goal. And a flying Martin Burgers comes in and wins the short corner for the Dutch. The Dutch have utilized their captain, Mark-Jan Klaassen, from the short corner. He does have the only goal for the Netherlands thus far. And he's lined up once more. Injection is good. The Dutch go with Klaassen. And it whistles past the right upright. Inches the other way, and it could have been the equalizer, but instead, the Germans who restart with Rieck, Müller, back to Rieck. The Dutch pressing quite high now, and it's through to that man Kosling who wins the free hit. Belowski just asking the referee, is it allowed for the Dutch to hit the ball away? But the umpires just said, everybody just calm down, and Germany come again through Kossel. Back to Jörg. Back to Kossel. And they'll have the free hit outside. Big ball across. But it's neatly picked up by the Dutch. The Jörg on the ball for Germany. Back to Kossel. He tries to work his way out of the right-hand corner. But it's good work by the Dutch, and they take it quickly. And it's Klaassen who now has a bit of space on the right-hand side. He finds Bruver, who hasn't had much of a shot at goal thus far today. Got 3 goals in the tournament already, Jörg Bruver. And it's Müller who will be able to clear the lines for Germany. 5 minutes remaining in this third chukker. So plenty of time for the Dutch to come back. Cleared by Müller once more. Wins the free hit. He puts it onto the foot of Wouter Stevens. And it seems to be a bit of a painful blow there for Stevens, and might require medical attention. Jörg finds Richter on the left-hand side. The overhead comes in, but it's only as far as Bruver. Played out wide to Van Voorkom. Back to Timmerman. Under Timmerman. Let's picked up here, and that's a great save by the goalkeeper. That is a really big chance for the Dutch that has gone a begging. It fell neatly to Mark-Jan Kluisen. But once again, Bjorn Zindler on par for Germany. The Dutch, they've had a few opportunities here in the second half to level it up. But they found Bjorn Zindler in fantastic form for Germany in the German goal. And the Dutch will have a free on top of the circle, taken quickly by Wouter Stevens, trying to win the short corner for the Dutch, but instead he's got to be satisfied with a long one. Back to Stevens, he slaps it into the middle. Cleared by Germany, but Dutch will come again through Van der Graaf. And Jörg Brevet just, his touch just letting him down at a critical moment. Well, the pass is not clean, but not dangerous as yet for Germany, but it could be now. So Richter makes the clear out for Germany, and once again, Gosling just making a use of himself as Brevet commits the foul on the halfway line. Umpire calls them back to have it taken on the correct spot by Kossel. And that is the end of the third chukka. It was the period where the Germans went into the lead by 2-1. We'll see you back in a short bit for the final 15 minutes, 17. Germans have, though, played one game more, but this is vital in terms of who will finish in the top place. The Dutch have had their chances, but they found the German goalkeeper Bjorn Zindler in scintillating form as they look to go again. But as we well know, that 17 minutes is a long time in international hockey. And it's the Dutch who are looking for the circle entry. But once again, German captain Müller Götz just averting the danger. And the Dutch have another short corner. Is this the equalizer? There's an early... He's an indiscretion though, and the Dutch will have to take it. Been that Mark-Jan Kluisen, he's got the opening goal. And he'll have another shot. It's not clean on this occasion, and Müller Götz will clear immediately for Germany. August played out to the left-hand side. Ireland on the ball there, moving it through the left-hand channel. Touch in the center here, but York wins it back, and it's now Kosling. He's shown his determination. He goes through the first one, and he's bemused by the umpire's decision. But Kosling not afraid to be the Lone Ranger for Germany up front. He's worked tirelessly. The Netherlands who are chasing the game here. And it's played into, that's an opportunity, and that is the equalizer that the Dutch were hoping for. And that man, Jörg Brugge, that's his 4th goal of the tournament. He's been quiet thus far, but when the opportunity arose, he showed what a striker he is. And the Dutch they revved up. They've got the equalizer, and are they going for the win? Brugge, the goal scorer. We have our setup here for a cracking final 20 minutes at Hartley Vale A. The Netherlands and Germany tied up once more at 2-2. We've got goals from Gottsmiller and Mierkeland Jabolowski for Germany, and Mark-Jan Kluisen and Jörg Brugge for the Dutch. Couple of changes here for both teams. The Groen coming back on and Martin Woerkom. As the Dutch have to defend a through ball. They do that successfully as it hits the foot of the German attacker. Remember, it's all to play for here in this World Masters Hockey Cup. It's just not just this game at stake, but also the eventual placing. At this stage, if everything stays the same, Germany will move to 10 points and the Netherlands 7. And it could come down to goal difference later on. And that's where the Dutch have been really dominant with their 6-1 and 7-1 victories over Wales and Argentina previously. Miller on the ball. The overhead is not successful and it's picked up by Wouter Stevenson. And it's a little error by Germany and looks to be taken quickly by Michael Baum, who throws the overhead. Martin Burgers on the ball for the Netherlands. Philip Kruisman coming back for Germany, but Wouter Stevenson trying to work the circle entry and it's taken quickly by the Dutch through Martin Burgers. Makes the circle entry. Looks for the short corner, but eventually it's Burgers who commits the foul. And on Groening. And Germany will be able to restart. Germany haven't been able to bring Groening into the game much during this final third. He's been the talisman. He was the talisman in the early exchanges, and would be looking to get his stick on the ball just to create a bit of momentum for Germany. Comes out to Gunther Daniel. Bomb on the ball for Germany. Back to Daniel. The Dutch on the attack now. And they are looking for that winner. It's still anybody's game here at Hartley-Valley. And it could now just be a question of fitness, which team, and desire, which team wants it more. Germany on attack. Pushing forward down the right channel. Berger's working hard for the Netherlands. He finds a teammate on the in the circle, and it's broken down. They still Holland still on attack. They have the shot. It comes in, and it will be a short corner. And this could be the moment for the Netherlands. Five minutes remaining in this clash here at Hartley Vale. And some reason Germany are making a goalkeeping change. They're bringing on Lutz Hansen or Bjorn Zendler, who's been absolutely magnificent today for the Germans. But they feel that Hansen, he's capable of finishing the game with 5 minutes remaining. Big call by Germany, and Hansen immediately shows a bit of skill. He says, don't worry, I'm here. And looks could be very capable in the Bayern Munich goal. It's thrown up ahead to Jablowski, who finds Gosling, and he will work and show off his skill, and he's forced as a free hit already. Gosling, what a workhorse for the Netherlands, at least for Germany. He's Gosling. It's just the clock is ticking away here for both teams. Just 3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes remaining here. Still deadlocked at 2-2. Anybody's game. Just requires one little deflection, and that could be the winner as the Netherlands push ahead. But Kroesman not able to pick it up. Out to Gottsmuller. He's been a pillar in defense for Germany. He's also got the opening goal. Just asking a little bit too much on that occasion for Gosling. Desperate defense by the Germans. Muller on the ball. He's hassled by the Dutch. And he will win the free hit. And Richter will have the opportunity to send the ball across field to de Groen, to Andries de Groen. The Dutchman who's playing for Germany. But very much looking for the win for his team here as he overlaps towards the right, waiting for the ball to come across. And they have forced the short corner. Have the Germans. The Dutch aren't happy with the call. The umpire says, that's it. That's how I've seen it. And the Germans now who will have an opportunity. Gottsmiller, he does have the opening goal. And he's going to, looking for a second. With just a minute remaining on the clock, could this be the winner that Germany have been looking for? They've lined up. We've got plenty of white shirts up there. Comes out. The shot comes in. It's a save, though, by Engelsman. And the chance goes a begging, and now the Dutch, they have an opportunity to attack. They've got a striker lying up front. In Van Voorkum goes to Kluisen first. He's got the shot at the top of the D. It comes in, and that is the goal. That could be the winner. Mark-Jan Kluisen, the Dutch captain. And that is the beauty of international hockey. The Germans thought for all money that they were going to get the win on the other side in the short corner. But the Dutch broke, and they broke quickly. And it's Mark-Jan Kluisen that put him in the lead with just 5 seconds remaining. Over it comes. And that is the hooter. The Dutch have managed to clinch it, and they now join Germany on the top spot with 9 points. They only come from 3 games, though, and Germany have it all to do. They are going to finish top of this log. But it's the Dutch, the Netherlands, the boys in orange and blue who walk away as victors 3-2 after this pulsating clash at Hartley Vale.
We are fascinated by the mindsets and the habits that make individuals and teams perform at another level. Let us be your thought partners and transformational coaches. Are you part of a team and you are wanting to gain insight into what ingredients need to be in the mix to take your team to a whole new level of performance? Partner with us. We want to be your transformational coaches.